March Mystery Madness is a reading event celebrating all types of mystery and detective fiction. I'll have links to the channels of all the creators and co-hosts in the description, so be sure to check out all their videos too. Isaiah Coleridge is a button man for Chicago's branch of organized crime in Alaska. After a falling out with a local boss, however, he is, in a literal sense, put out to pasture, exiled to a farm in upstate New York with a warning to stay out of the game. A biracial man of violence and brooding intellect, Isaiah labors on the Hudson Valley horse farm, wondering at what sort of direction his life can take and when the disrespected mobsters will risk coming for retribution. When Reba, the granddaughter of the ranchers, disappears, the local police barely put in a token search effort. After all, Reba is a rebellious, mixed-race teen with a history of petty crime who has run away before, and the understaffed police already have their hands full with the drug use, local gangs, and failing social safety nets that are all a part of the increasing poverty and instability in a rural America getting left behind. Seeing a chance to do something right with his life, Isaiah begins his own search for the missing girl, quickly running afoul of drug dealers, law enforcement, neo-Nazis, and other criminal factions. He can be just as brutal as any of them, so for Isaiah, the real questions are how ruthless he will have to be, and will his actions draw the attention of vengeful mafia bosses. The investigation into Reba's disappearance forms the core of the plot, but unlike many mystery novels, Isaiah has little in the way of detective skills. While he is a fair hand at reading people, his real talents lie in the cunning application of intimidation and violence, like Marv from Sin City, or Jack Carter, famously played by Michael Caine in Get Carter. In many respects, Isaiah is a bad man trying to direct his talents toward a more positive end. As such, it's easy to root for him in light of his curious intellect and grim sense of humor. Also, because he operates in a world of mostly worse people, there isn't much sympathy for anyone on the receiving end of his threats and violence. Blood Standard is a fairly dark book. Most of the characters live and work in legally or morally gray areas at best. The humor is dark, and the writing has a constant drip feed of bleak and grim imagery. It can feel a bit oppressive at times, which might be the intended effect, and the frequent allusions to classical mythology reinforce the twin senses of heroism and tragedy. Because this novel mixes hard-boiled, crime, thriller, and even some horror, it has a lot of potential appeal to a wide variety of readers. If you like noir that is infused with chivalric or mythical undercurrents found in Raymond Chandler's novels or the Lou Archer series by Ross MacDonald, there is a lot in this novel to keep you going. Fans of amateur detectives investigating incredibly dark criminal elements like Daniel Woodrell's Winter's Bone, The Last Good Kiss by James Crumley, or The Milan Quartet by Serbanenko, will find Laird Barron pulls off similar effects in Blood Standard. The 12 Lives of Samuel Hawley by Hannah Tinty is an excellent novel that also weaves the labors of Hercules through a narrative of a dangerous man trying to steer his life in a better direction. Anyone who enjoys the Wolverine as a character will find Isaiah Coleridge occupies similar ground. I first heard about this book through Criminale over on his channel, so you might want to check out what else he's reading if you're into crime, pulp, horror, and that sort of thing. But what do you, the audience at home, think? Have you read Blood Standard or any of Laird Barron's Barron's other novels or short stories? Is it too grim and violent for your tastes? Does it unfairly make upstate New York appear to be a war zone between competing criminal groups? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my peculiar notions. If you appreciate this channel and want to support it, you know what to do. You can also take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel of another YouTube creator you enjoy. Otherwise, the algorithm will send them to a farm upstate. Until next time, read some good mystery stories, live, and be well.